Journal reading forever using the power of surrender cards. So I'm having this surrender to the beauty of the natural world. Get in touch with nature. Be in the natural environments. Whatever that you use, whatever that you do should be natural. It's not from the human creations. And that's the only way to be authentic. Otherwise, the more artificial things that you use, the more human creation that you allow to influence you, you're going to lose yourself in this life journey. And this is the end of your reading. May you find light from your spiritual guardian. This journal reading is for Bright from Feel Wise. Got to use this therapy deck for you. But I have this intelligent, interesting card. Extremely knowledgeable. Are you experiencing a strong ability to analyze and solve problems efficiently or maybe effectively? Do you find it fulfilling to engage in intellectual conversation or debate that stimulate your thinking? Have you noticed a pattern of easily grasping new information and being able to apply it in practical or meaningful ways? I feel like this energy is saying that you're overusing your mind, overthinking, because you enjoy intellectual things in your life and you're missing other piece of you that you have not noticed that yet. You know, intelligent is something, you know, they call it high IQ, right? But also makes someone to have low EQ. So be aware of that. And it's not like good for you, Bright, when you're not having balance, you know, when it comes to the emotional side of you. I'm glad to end here. May you find light from your spiritual guardian. Getting a community card for you, Melina. This is just one journal card, community. This is, I'm using a keeper, you know, it can read a lot about life situation, but this is only one card. Let me see what it is intention of here. Something's going on in your community. Probably there's some sort of reasons, situations. Something about relationship, whatever you're encountering. I'm getting some sort of argument. And that's all I can read through this one card. Without any additional card, I'm not able to read any further. But this is the end of your reading. May you find light from your spiritual guardian. This is a question reading for Christian. How is Christian financial situation in the near future? It's guided me to use 3 different decks here. Let me see from this Akashic records here. The King of Keys. Difficulty at work. The success you seek may be eluding you right now. But there's not going to be a payoff at this moment. But you should be focusing on your life purpose. That is non-financially related, even though it is triggering you, especially your emotions. causing you not to have clarity, Christian. So this one here, yeah, it is challenging when it comes to work, when it comes to making money. So can I say no, this is neutral? Because there is a other purpose. That's what I'm picking up from this first card here. It wants you to focus on your inner work so you can release those negative feelings that you're having from this difficult situation. So I hope that you're hearing the higher calling. You can hear the higher purpose of this specific light event that is affecting you right now. So let me go to the light seer tarot here. Two of Pentacles. She's holding on to a very nice purse here. But at the same time, this is a more like a physical perspective. This one is more spiritual perspective because doesn't have a physical substance. This one looks like a handbag with a star. This one is not. It's more energetic. And it's high above. And this is on the ground at the bottom. And it's not in balance. If it's balanced, it could be level like that. But this one is not. And I feel like you're struggling between those two worlds here. Your energetic selves versus the more materialistic perspective here, okay? And you're having conflict constantly. And you have a hard time aligning to your higher self. And that's why you're facing challenge after challenge. What is the energy she's having? Worry, hesitation, fear on survival, because still trying to anticipate anything else. She does understand the spiritual side aspect of that, but she just don't know how to integrate. You just have a hard time integrating, and you're not understanding your spiritual aspect about you Christians. You know how worry can also harm you, harm your soul. You know, hesitation, fear on survival, trying to anticipating your future. And all of that are creating a lot of negativities. Why? All those stuff that I just mentioned come from negative emotions. Therefore, they create negative energy for your own self. And that's what you keep emitting. Your soul, it's keep emitting those negative energy because you keep practicing negative emotion to cause you to have misalignment to your higher self. And I hope that you're hearing this calling from this first card to work on your inner world so you can release your negativities. Like worry is just one of them. Another one is the fear on survivals. What is enough for you? If this is too much, that's all you're focusing on, you're neglecting this, your soul health here. Your soul does not have health. How can you have health in these vessels here? Everything is all interrelated. I hope you're looking at your body, mind, heart, and soul all together. Don't just focus on this at the bottom here, the materialistic side of you. Otherwise, you're gonna be like driving yourself into all this negative emotion you're having, and it's not good. It's only drain your energy even further down to the so-called downward path. So this one is neutrals. It's a neutral card, the first two cards. That's what I'm picking up here, waiting for you. This entire time, waiting for you to release your negative emotions so that way you can open this door to abundance. For the finance to come in. It's like Well, she is asking about her future finance. You want me to talk about abundance in the financial sense? Partially. When you work on your abundance in the spiritual sense, the abundance in your physical sense, it's gonna come in. Do you understand that alignment? It's called naturally aligned together. If your soul is not doing well, nothing is going to do well in the physical sense of life. I hope you understand that why you need to realign yourself to work on this, okay? I don't think it's so in the other card here. So I hope that makes sense. So all of this is neutral. Card here is not saying any positive or negative. It's just waiting for you to release your negative energy so you can attract more abundance in your life. When your soul is in health, your vessel is going to be in health. So everything else in your life, it's going to be healthy as well. I hope you see it's not, this reading is not just reading about your finance. It's try to tell you a lot of things are tied to your physical form of life. Finance is only a small piece of it. But even though you're looking at it so significant right now, but really, if I'm here to talk about your entire lifetime, it's really a small piece of it. But if you have a healthy mind, heart, soul, and body, everything else will be healthy for you, regardless of what that is. Is there any more to say for? So keep working on releasing your negative emotions, and it will come to you eventually. A years greater than, it's going to be over years before you will see something so-called improvement. How long is over 1 year? I don't know. I'm not seeing too much of it. It is at least 1 year. That's what your spiritual guardian is saying. So you need to work on releasing those negativities. Don't wait. Don't sit on it. Do it immediately. The more you feel it, the more you need to release it. Okay? Just don't give up on yourself. Any more needs help? Question here. God, to end it here for you. May you find light from your spiritual guardian. This is from the Inner Child Oracles. And this is the card number 20. It's time to celebrate. Let me see what I have to say for you in this guidebook for Christian. Living not just this lifetime, but any lifetime Christians. It's all about enjoying it with pleasures. In other words, being happy. So you don't have to live in fear. So you can live in love. And that's what this celebration is trying to tell you. You can celebrate every single day. You don't have to wait for birthday. You don't have to wait for holiday. You don't have to wait for whatever, Easter, Christmas, like how people labeling special day to celebrate. Why not celebrate every day with happiness? Enjoy every moment of whatever life event comes to you. Don't try to label they're good, they're bad, they're too stressful, and so forth. You see, you try to define what you prefer to be happy, to cause you not to be happy some of the time. Some of the time you're happy because you have external stimulation to make you happy. So therefore you're codependent on certain life event to give you happiness. So you're not really happy inside. You're so used to this pattern of relying on the external side of you to stimulate your happiness. So therefore, without that, you're not going to be happy, especially when you're going to face some challenges in your life, and that's going to sink your happiness. Do you see how fragile this emotion is? the more you are relying on external side to get the stimulation that you desire. So here is trying to tell you, you can let all of that go and just cherish every single life event that you have and just still face it, whatever that challenge is, with happiness. Don't label it as a bad thing, okay? If you can turn that around and see the beautiful thing in each one of them, and that's going to lift quite a bit of your negative emotions, so you won't feel stressed, you don't feel worry, and you don't feel fears, okay? So it is just, you have to nurture yourself with love. And this is the end of your reading. May you find light from your spiritual guardian. Journal reading for Anne. I'm getting a star card from the Mystical Moment Tarot. Let me get a sense of the visual here. Wishing for something so blindly, not sure why you wanted it, this desires. And I feel like it left you broken in the past. So why continue wishing for it, whatever that is, whatever that desire that you're having. So this is so much to reflect on when it comes to what you're wishing for. Is it really serving your greatest good? Or is it really you having some emotional baggage that hasn't resolved it on your own? But I feel like you're depending on the external side of it to help you with that, but not realizing that you're holding the key to your own solutions. I'm glad to end here. May you find light from your spiritual guardian. This is a reading for William or MIK, and you have a chance for a romantic relationship. Now let me go to this guidebook, Fairy Wisdom Oracle, Home Sweet Home 64. The return. The home where you now live. Not much context here, but the home where you now live. Are we talking about reincarnation here? Yeah, that's what I'm sensing here. You and MIK are destined in this lifetime to know each other in this lifetime, because you have past life encounters. So, and that's what this card means, the keyword, the return. You guys are revisiting where you left off from your past life in this current lifetime to continue. So it's more than just comfortable, the relationship. Well, I need to continue to read, and I'm seeing the King of Swords and Queen of Swords here. So this is representing you here, the King of Swords, and this is representing MIK here. That's what it feels like. The King, stubbornness, determinations. Something else in here. Am I allowed to channel any further for William here? And the Queen here, the Queen of Swords, turning away from It is turning away. Why? Coming on too strong. The king is coming on the queen too strong, so she is facing the other way. Not interested in that kind of romantic relationship that you have on your mind, William. That's what I'm making out here. It is based on this current energy. But am I allowed to say any more about the past life here? Once upon a time, you two have conflict. It started out with an argument. So there's still lesson to be learned here in this current lifetime. That's why you two are together to reoccur with that past life. Is there any more that is he allowed to know about the past life beside argument, conflict? Stabbing the back of someone. Who is MIK? Stabbing someone. Like, we're not talking about physically, but verbally, through gossip. And how is it related to William? Oh, you're the one that got hurt in the past because of what MIK did. Still having this pain, anger, fear, also trigger you insecurity in that past life. Who is MIK to William at that lifetime? Am I allowed to tell him? No, I'm not allowed to channel that much for you. But this reading is already gave you the answer here. No, currently MIK is not interested based on this current energy. So ever crossed the mind of having this romantic feeling with William? Never have. That's what I'm getting. So is there anything else for William? Soul lessons. There is soul lessons why you two are together again in this lifetime to resolve the past, the pain that MIK has had costed you in the past, William. And I hope that you will find the light to forgive wherever that is, if that hasn't been playing out, that it will be in the futures. Anything else? And my guide to end here for you. May you find light from your spiritual guardian. 12-hour readings for Morgan. This is the theme card here, air. 7 of air. Let me go to the guidebook and see how I want to interpret for you. Yin exists within yang. So it's like dark and light, active and passive. So they do exist. You cannot do without the other. That's what this is. And it's also about balance. I'm seeing that. It's also about embracing everything. The nature, the law of nature cannot be disputed in this regard. So keep that in mind about this theme card throughout all the houses. And I'm gonna jump right into first house here. Using the first one is coming from the Book of Shadow Tarot. And now I'm going to the Marseille Tarot. It's a French tarot deck. Wadiki. I think it's a King of Swords, if I remember. It is in French, so I don't read French. But let me check on this. King of Wands. Coin. It's not easy to look for. Page, Knight, King, Cups, Wand, Sword. Here you go. The first house is for the cell. Decisions caused by influences. The influences can come from variation of sources, from people, from idea, from education, from background, growing up, anything else, cultures. So that's how you make decisions based on all of those things that make up who you are as of today. And let me see if there are any cards in here. That's the first card. The second one is the Queen of Swords. Let me put it here so I'm not. It's about protections from situations, wherever you're encountering in this life journey. You need security. So you often find way to protect yourself. That could be in many forms. Could be peoples. Could be you can get it from peoples. You could get it from material things such as money, housing, vehicles, anything else, job, in that regard. Anything else about this card? Moving on to this, the third one, okay? It's still about the cell. This is the, this is about the Knight of Swords. Energy, it's about your energy. What is this about energy? Any particular? The direction of your energy, the direction you're taking, causing your energy to change. Your energy does change. Do you know about that? Do you feel that change? While you're directing it to change, you might not might not have a step like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to follow, but when you wielded something such as desire for something, it's already caused your energy to change, because your desire translates into energy. So just an example of that to help you understand. And there's a dark side to it, and there's also a light side to it. But I feel like you're not having deep enough understanding of if you're wielding the dark energy or the light energy. So keep that in mind about the cells. So this is the end of first house. This is always about Aries, right? The first house. So I'm going to the second house, which is the possessions, Taurus. And there's like 4 different cards here. Let me lay this down here. Okay, there's a Page of Swords here. Talk about abilities. You do have abilities, certain kinds of ability perhaps. Do I need to go to the next card to tie it together? Examine the past. You have the ability to go back to your past to reflect on them. And that's what it's trying to say here. But you often have hard time facing them. Because of fear. Because you're holding on to fear. So therefore you're resisting in looking back your past, even though you have the ability. So it's the fear that you're trying to hold on to causing all that. But let me see this particular one. What is the number? Thing is 7 of Swords. Seven of Swords. The mind struggles too much. Because of the attitude toward life situations. You're holding on to life situations. Reacting to life situations. And you're so imbalanced because of that. Like you're sucked into it, like a magnet or something. I'm using the word magnet, right? Imagining a magnet, and you're in an environment with a whole bunch of metals, and then you're holding on to this magnet, and all you're attracting is a whole bunch of metals onto yourself, So, yeah, that is what you're holding on to. Life situation and reactions. So it does have to do with your attitude, the way you view life, the approach of your life. If you can change this attitude, then it's going to change a lot the way how you no longer need to possess, the life situation and your reaction. You can just live, right? And cherish every life event and then move on, flow freely, in other words. So you can really enjoy the moment without having those burden onto yourself. And let's move on to the Nine of Swords. Against superior authority. So the people with the authority, she's quite rebellious. Or is this interpreting something else? Superior forces? Let me channel a little bit further, it's not too clear. This is the Nine of Swords, courage, right? Okay, you guys are not helping me here. Sloppiness? Lack of necessary preparation? So you want me to do what? Don't use the guidebook? This is a very challenging deck. This is not something I could use my intuition on. Yeah, I cannot make out anything from the visuals. Except the sword. Get stuck upside down. Stubbornness. You want me to read it reversals. So there is a stubbornness in you. That's what I'm getting. Okay. It is not easy. It does not want me to use guidebook on this one. So because I'm seeing this sword hanging upside down, getting stuck, okay? That's what I'm picking out. It's stubbornness in you. So wherever that is, you're holding on to, like that it is. That sounds so much like Taurus energy. Taurus is quite stubborn, astrological sign, So I think you're holding on to wherever that is, idea, people, things, you won't let go, okay? Wherever that is, I feel like you know that. If you feel like that's right, you will hold on to it. If you feel like you're entitled to it, you will hold on to that. That kind of stubbornness. It is so hard for you to be adaptable. It's so hard for you to change, to get out of that, that thing that you're trying to hold on to. Because it's so, that emotions, that feelings, that motivate you to hold on to that. So you have to be mindful of that kind of emotion, try to make you hold on to getting to stuck on that so strongly. It's not good to have that kind of energy. It's gonna sink you and rather than help you to free yourself, because you're creating attachment. And I hope you realize stubbornness can create attachment for you to harm yourself. The Ten of Swords, the next one. Crashes, exhaustion, conflicting interests. Your interests can conflict your life situation and people, and it's quite exhausting. It's not just comforting with people, but comforting within your own self as well. So you need a more sophisticated approach to life. It's asking you to have a more simpler one, so you don't have to live in so much complexity because of interests. What drive you to have interests? Self-interest, other people interest, other thing interest, and so forth. So you need to change your angles, the way you view or the way you see your guardian self. Otherwise, if you cannot change your perception, otherwise you're going to be attacked by various sizes, because those interests often create conflicts one way or another. It might take some time to get back to you. It's not like necessary immediate. That's what I'm sensing here. So here you're possessing onto interest, not serving your greatest good, not understanding the complexity of your interests, how they create cause and effect in a lot of things, right? So I hope this helps you understand why you shouldn't holding on to those, right? Those things here. And let me move on to communication. Using the psychic tarot here. Let me lay this out here. Tarot awareness, the first card. In this order. And I just say communications, awareness. I feel like you need to have more self-awareness in order to understand the language that you use to communicate. Communication not necessary you need to speak with somebody. That's one of it. Another part of you can communicate with yourself, like on top of your head, how you think, how you say things. So that's also part of the inner communication as well. Is there anything else you want to talk about communication? The energy side, the spiritual side? Any more? Don't need to elaborate. So the more awareness that you have, the better you understand the language that you choose. And your guardians say your language right now is negative. It's a negative language. And you're not having enough awareness of that. But I feel like you do at some level, but not catching yourself every time how you are using negativity to communicate. Awareness to have better awareness, you need to take deep breath. Pay attention on your inside. When you're too focused on the outside, it's hard for you to pay attention on the inside. Anything else I need to elaborate on this card? You have to shift your perspective of life. Life is not just about the physical side of life, but also your inner world has life too. Without your inner world, you wouldn't be moving about, getting up, enjoying food, all of that, like with your body. So you have to realize all of those things going on is all coming from your inside first. It's really never coming from the outside first. Just because people got stuck in the physical image, so they think that, they're so sucked into the outside of life, but they forget that everything comes from your inside. The more you're understanding your inside, the better you understand what's going on your outside. It's all, both worlds are interrelated. You cannot do without the others. And that's what this card is trying to tell you. So if you can live your life from the inside first and never from the outside first, you will see things in a much more clarity, understanding why you choose this, you say this, why you want to act on this, why do you want to feel like this, and so forth. So let me move on to the next one, third eye chakra. Any specific message here? Intuition is always your soul language. It is something that you should embrace, utilize, not for personal gain. That is a warning from the spiritual guardian. It is just a language through the sixth sense, and that's it, nothing else. And people tend to activate it, strengthen it, whatever mean they use, whatever resource they use it for personal gain. And that is a big no-no. Personal gain comes from what? Desire, motivation, right? To gain whatever abundance they choose. So therefore, what are they doing with the desire that they're having? They're using negative feelings to do that. Where's that desire? Could become from greed, come from protection caused by fear. They want to have a better outcome, anticipations, desperations out of, sometimes come with worry, right? So therefore, all of those things that I mentioned come from negative feelings, causing negative energy. Why I say is no, because using negative energy to manifest more negative energy. Who needs that? That's go against your vital energy that you need, your soul needs. Negative energy never give you vital energy for your soul. So be aware of that when you're using intuition. It's just a language. Like English that we use, it's just a language. Who use English language for personal gain? Nobody's doing that. Then why are they using the sixth sense for personal gain? A lot of people are doing that out there. So I feel like that is a warning for you, okay? Don't do it. But yes, you still need to use it, okay, to communicate. Wherever that is, need to come through to you, right? Communication to the spirit world. It's not in the fourth dimensional. It's in your spiritual guardian. It's in the, what is this? 8, 9, 8 and above dimensions. That's how high they are, because there's it has enormous amount of light energy. They never stay in the fourth dimension. Fourth dimension is about human soul trapped in their own negative energy, so they stuck in the fourth energy. And a lot of people use the gift to manifest. Guess what they manifest from the fourth dimensional? They're attracting ghosts, attracting evil entity, and cause more harm to their own self and not realizing it. Some of them, they think it's fun, I enjoy it, I'm comfortable, I can deal with devil, so forth. And yeah, that's their dark desire, okay, Morgan? I'm trying to explain this to you because it's actually happening out there, okay? I have encountered people like that as well. So, any more about the third eye chakra? New beginning. There's something new. Communication. Okay. Using your third eye chakra. having more awareness, shifting it. It is a new beginning for you. You know, using a different approach to your life, using this soul language. It is a new beginning for you. So you no longer have to be like who you used to be. You don't have to be like every other human being out there, okay? You are unique, Morgan. So embrace your uniqueness. Anything else about this new beginning she needs to know about? So it's tied to the two previous cards about this communications. Solar plexus chakra is a yellow color. It is for the I don't want to tell you the wrong thing on top of my head. I haven't looked at chakra for a long time. This particular one, I can confident, okay? It is about confident. I can doable. Everything is possible. That's what I'm picking up when this comes from this vital energy of confidence, self-esteem, willpower. I hope you hear those positive words. It's all come from self-love, the lasting self-love that comes from unconditional love. I want to fold that in there. You're supposed to work on your unconditional love, especially your self-esteem. If you have so much self-love, Morgan, that self-esteem, it will be there for you no matter what situation you encounter, no matter what people say to you. They do not matter. Those words do not matter, because you understand how much love that you have for yourself, and you can see the darkness in others as well. When you get into that stage, when you finally understand what is unconditional love is about, it's only you can give it to yourself. Do not attach to anything on the outside to give it to yourself. Not through things, not through people, not through environment. It is all come from your inside only, okay? You can will it. You can ignite it. You can sustain it. You can nurture it with nothingness, with nothingness. Moving on to home. Going back to the Book of Shadow here, the Fool card. See how it wants to interpret. Trust. You need to allow trust to happen in order to flow freely without any limitations. If you don't trust this journey, you don't trust the spiritual path to serve your greatest good, then you will have this resistance. This resistance out of what? Out of fear, out of worry, out of hesitation, out of something else. Dreams. Why she had dreams? Dreams about home. Sometimes nightmares, out of fear, some sort of insecurity about this home environment. Something happens, relationship. I'm seeing there's something to do with relationship, triggering insecurity in you, causing this fear, worry, sleepless night as well sometimes. Occasionally, something happened in your past, but something worth reflecting on about your past. You have the ability to do it if you're willing to anything else about this particular home. And I'm sorry to hear that. It's never easy. So is that part of it? Part of the reason? Oh, definitely. This card is only about the significant other pass away? Yes, I just affirmed it. Yes, that's about your significant other. Your decease of a loved one. It's affecting you. Hard to enjoy sometime. Hard to enjoy your life sometime because you're missing a piece of you when this person was gone. Because there's some sweet memories your guardian said are worth cherishing. There's something you have to learn here about unconditional love. Love this person spiritually. Even though the vessel is no longer here, but doesn't mean this person's soul, it isn't. So remember, we have soul. When we leave our body, we go to the spiritual world. So our soul is not really, look at this way, death is not really death. If you believe in eternal life at the spiritual world, yes, there is, okay, your guardian said. You've been there before in the past, but you just forgotten, Morgan. It is a very beautiful place. If you want to call it heaven, then call it heaven. I'm not here to encourage people about religion. And it wants you to understand you can let go all this sadness, this fear, this so-called insecurity. Like a piece of you is gone or something, you know, that's what I'm getting. It's like holding on to the external side of you and not, and I feel like you do realize it. Yeah, we will go there one day. We all have to go there one day. So why not just cherish the sweet moment while you're enjoying your life without carrying this person, the decease of a loved one, like a burden to you, you know? You understand what I'm saying here? To rob your happiness. You know, I'm sure this disease will want you to be happy as well, to live this lifetime to your fullest. So you no longer need to grieve about these individuals, you know. So just cherish the great memory that you both share. And that's enough. So you have to learn to release whatever that negative feeling that you're having, that missing feeling. It's come from this, how do you say it? Because you're so externalized your life, not taking your internal life a priority, causing you to miss somebody. You know, so I hope you see missing somebody is also come from a negative feelings. A lot of people don't realize it, but I'm just trying to tell you here. So if the longer you ignore that missing feeling, it's going to turn to grief again, turn to sadness. More severe case, it could turn into depression and so forth, you know. So it is something that you need to learn to release the missing, you know. Just cherish the good moment and realize that you need to, you know, live your life to the fullest with happiness. And move on to the next one, passions. The heart chakra. Something need to be said about the heart chakra, passions. Love. What do you truly love to do? You have to ask your heart and soul. If your heart is connected to your soul, then you will realize that, you probably miss something, miss a mark about your passions. Perhaps long ago that you thought this is what you liked, what you loved in that regard, but then you dismissed it. That's what I'm hearing. You dismissed it and not realize that that was really truly your passions. Perhaps something happened, situational conditions caused you to not to dive into that any further, to perhaps to build on this passion that you have when you were young. I'm picking up is when you were a child. Perhaps you've forgotten. But this is something worth rediscovering, worth reflecting on. What was it that you actually really enjoy once up on your time in this journey, and to open this heart, going back to that, it will help you open this heart chakra to do something that you actually loved when you were a child. Perhaps you are encountering again as an adult if you use your intuition properly, and I feel like you will pick that up. Oh, something really sparked inside of you, really bring out the passion in you. So don't ignore whatever you're encountering, okay? I think it's trying to tell you that. And yeah, your guardian said, yeah, stop, stop this hobby, whatever that passion that you're having once you figured out what that is, to help you open this heart chakra. Health. Let me lay this out here. Four of Swords. This is not for Six of Swords. Got it all wrong. This one here. Ambitions disturb your balance. Giving up on personal ambitions? What is it? You want me to go the card? Okay, trying to make some sense here. Adaptation, right? This is about health. Not adapted enough, causing you to block yourself to change. I think it's like one of those cards about her being stubborn. Is it related to that card that I mentioned about your stubbornness? Cause your energy to be out of balance. So this is one of the reasons why causing your health issue. But let me go to the Seven of Swords. Too narrow-minded. It might seem efficient to you, but it also restricts other possibility for yourself that you weren't able to see than what you think you already know? What about the unknown? Have you dived deep enough to the unknown part of you yet? If in order to really understand why you're so imbalanced in life. Perhaps this is a lot of soul here. Perhaps you're using your mind too much. And I know you feel your feelings, but you're still using from your mind perspective to understand your feelings. And that's not good. It's too much mentals, the lack of the so-called intuitive sensations, that inner knowing, the inner truth that I'm talking about. Your mind tend to steer you away from the truth. So be mindful of that, so that way you won't nail yourself to an answer when there's a whole bunch of possibility out there, that because you don't want to know about the unknown part of you yet. That's what you're missing the truth about. So it is tied to the awareness card that I mentioned earlier. The more you're aware of yourself, the better the outcome's going to be. Go to the 5 of Swords here. Failure, feeling like a failure. It's tied to your self-esteem as well. Feel like a failure. Who doesn't make mistake? It's okay. I feel like it's all related to partially. That's what I was told to say. Partially is related to relationship failure. Partially is related to childhood idea of love that you're having. Perhaps whoever you grew up with gave you the idea of love, but do they even understand what true love is about? Do they understand true love should be unconditional love? True love shouldn't be conditionally love. So there's a huge difference on that, okay? So you kind of have to discern what kind of idea of love you got from family. And also relationship failure is really an old pattern, because you're getting the idea of love, mimicking that kind of behavior, mimicking that kind of, the idea that caused you to have certain expectation, certain judgment about how love relationships should be. So anything else that might be is all related to relationship and idea of love. That's why you're having a hard time igniting your own love. Once you understand how to love yourself unconditionally and how to become the love, then you can understand how to give and take love from others. So you gotta work on yourself first. What kind of love language are you speaking? Are you, like your guardian said, you're using negative language to speak? It does not come from love language. So you gotta change the way of what failure is. Why not change the word failure into, oh, I have a soul lesson to learn here, to see my dark side, what it is that I need to release, like the stuff that I already told you earlier. and work on improving myself to learn what unconditional love is all about. So that is like, instead of thinking negatively, see this as a positive way of self-improvement. To understand about your energy, why you have the ability to change your inner world into a much more beautiful one than what you're holding on to right now. Let me see, what is this? Doesn't have a... Is this supposed to be a card? Oh, it's a pentacle. Oh, 10 pentacle, don't have numbers. Okay, this deck is too ancient. Coin. Where is the 10 of coin right here? Full potentials. This is for health. This is about abundance. 10 of coin. But this is about comfort zone, comfortable situations, become the center of your life. And the idea of your abundance in life is only about stability. And it's not a good direction to have. Even having success like defined by achieving something in monetary sense, in friendships, maintaining friendships, good relationships with family, friends, whoever in your social circles. Anything else? Something about culture, practicing your culture, like some sort of heritage that you're having. So if that's how you define life, then you're missing out something about the other abundance. So this card wants you to incorporate your spiritual health, your emotional health, your mental health as well. So I don't know why I'm channeling the word heritage through culture. Might not be coming from family, people that you associate with as you're growing up, whatever that they practice, what they value. I don't know what that is, but I feel like, yeah, you get that as well. It become part of you, like a cultural things. Anything else? So it's called stability in life. That's the sense of feeling, the energy in this card. So, but it's asking you to incorporate your heart, mind, and soul as well into this. Don't just looking at from a physical perspective only about life. So that way you can realign to your higher self. Remember, your inside comes first, not from the outside. If everything that you do is not aligned to your inside, to your higher self, And that's what causing everything to be out of balance. And that's what this card is, and it's robbing your own health. Anything else on this I need to elaborate here? And this one is for the partnership. The Empress. It's about life cycle, this card. Cycling, karma in relationship. Like repeating itself, whoever you're having relationship in the past, now, or even in the future. It is for growing, nurturing, and healing to help you realize what it is that, what do you call, the darkness in love that you're using. But the more you have to realize it first. But if you don't realizing it, that this pattern that you're having with relationship, so-called failure, then you're gonna miss out opportunity to heal yourself for all those relationships that you're having. Okay, try to say life cycle again. Life cycle, it's here in this card, it's just meaning having relationship with others. Okay, I'm not sure, it could be friendship, family, romantic relationship, even people that you work with, or in that regard, or even stranger, right, as well. Just basically the relationship side. So it try to tell you something, because if you can reflect on whatever is triggering you through that interactions, if you can feel it within your inside, it is coming from this negative feeling, it's time to release that, so you don't have to continue practicing this so-called darkness in love to cause you other negative emotion, like low self-esteem, having failure in that regard, or sadness, emptiness. I'm picking it up, to cause you unable to grow and nurture the unconditional love that you so need inside of you. So you have to learn to release those negative emotions, those things that you're attaching yourself to, like codependency on the external side of your life. Once you can release that, then you can know how to grow unconditional love and nurture it within you. I think this has to be done simultaneously. Okay, Morgan. Anything else about this particular part, the partnership? So embrace, your guardian say, embrace relationship, embrace the interactions. But remember, it's not just about enjoying it, who you want to talk to, but it's also about, hey, do you feel what you're feeling when you are interacting with those individuals? Perhaps you like the person, so you have preference for that person. Preference is also a feeling, right? So this type of feeling is also, it's narrow. This feeling is not universal. Like, it is also, I pick and choose who I like. If I don't like you, forget it. I ain't talking to you. I ain't helping you in any way. I'm not being friendly with you. Do you see how you could start having this negative judgment toward other people's, and start engaging all this negative emotion as well? So you gotta watch your language, okay? How you inside that, not having universal love. Instead, you're engaging your own preference, okay? And the next one, transformations. Air, 10 of air. You want me to read this passage? Perhaps even more important is that the tarot not only tell us about possible future, it can also give us guidance in creating our alternate future. Alternate futures? We talk about transformation. If the reading presents displeasing outcome, ask for advice to change the situation. What is the intention of the guardian regarding transformation? Transformation is not coming from reading like this. Reading like this only can give you informations, so you can use it to apply to your day-to-day life situation. But it's also up to you, right, to have awareness. I can do all this reading for you, but you don't have the awareness, then it's pointless to even do this reading for you. How well are you aware of that? So no amount of reading can help you. So everything is about self-effort. Healing is about self-efforts. Shifting your view is also self-effort. If you want to hold on to burden, if you want to get stuck in the external world of living, that is also your self-efforts, right? Because that is your choice. Nobody can make you to choose that kind of approach of life. So Morgan, are you willing to exercise your own free will and not allow the external world to influence you in any way, so you can properly choose based on your own authenticity? It's easy for me to say, but it might take time for you to get there when you're under a lot of influences. Takes year, takes decade, but don't give up. Don't define the timing. This is like a journey. This journey is like the remaining lifetime that you're having. So yeah, and I'm not even talking about your past life, how many you have. So yeah, be mindful of that. I think the intention of your guardian about self-transformation cannot be codependent on anything, including this reading. It is about you can only rely on your own self to do the proper self-transformation. You might have gone through quite a bit of self-transformation in your past, including your past life, and transform yourself in a negative way. That is also transformation. People rely on psychic reading to try to change the outcome. That is all external points of view. This is not about inner work. This is about shadow work. That's why people do shadow work, right? But inner work is different. Inner work is you. You are the master of your own inner world. You can will it the way how you want to will it. So I hope you see the point here, why you should take control of your own self, not letting anything on the outside to affect you in any way. And that's about mastering this, okay? It takes a lot of awareness and takes a little baby step. There is no such thing failure. You can only take this, assess what kind of trigger you're having, how much you actually able to release it. If you're not making any effort, then you're wasting those opportunities. Opportunity don't come that often, right? So I hope you seize all opportunity to help yourself. Anything else you talk about this transformation? Number 10. Spiritual sign, when you see number 10, end of cycles. If you see number 11, the beginning of a cycle. It could be an old cycle, could be a new cycle. That's how you know, okay? Anything else for Morgan? You're on twin flame journey. Your guardian wants to tell you it. It's about learning unconditional love, the stuff that I'm talking about earlier. It is to help you do your inner work. Anything else? Okay, this is the last card for transformations. Mother of Air. You can find that page not in order. So I just use the visuals. Okay, right here. It's about language. What's going on? Toss away the information. Too much clutters. You don't need information to transform yourself, Morgan. All you need to know is how to discern the difference between dark and light. And that is your ultimate guide. Embrace all your emotional triggers through your life events. You don't need to unlearn anything about it to help yourself. So wherever you've been researching, wherever that is, you can fold them away. Declutter your mind so you don't have to cause your mind to be so active. All you need to do is sense your own emotions. Where is that coming from? Where sometimes one singular emotion can have multiple underlying emotions. You're currently still stuck in the fear-based living on survival mode. And that is not the love-based living that you so need. It's motivated by unconditional love. So there's a huge difference between those two. And that's why you're stuck in having hard time how to love yourself properly through unconditional love. And that's, I'm just giving you a top level summary of that. Of course, you're going to have to discern each one of those negative emotions that you have. And just release it. For love, understand how you're conditioning your life. You can change your idea. You can change your false belief. You don't have to believe in anything, Morgan. All you need to do is go within to find your own truth. Why do you need a belief system? You don't need one. I don't have a belief system. I don't practice belief system in what I do here. Understanding the truth, that's all really matters. Anything else she needs to know? Letting go. Detaching. Create all possibilities through the unknown. You don't need to ask anybody about the truth. They don't know the truth. Only you, your higher self, know the truth. Your soul already traveled through a few life journeys already. Your soul knows a lot. Even during before the reincarnation time. That's where your soul knows a lot. You know your spiritual guardians, Morgan. Have you tried to get in touch with your spiritual guardian? You see the spiritual signs, especially spiritual number 10 and 11. Pay attention to that. Try to tell you something. Does she need now spiritual numbers? Number 3s. If you see number 3, is that shift your focus to your inner worlds. Stop paying so much attention to other people's, wherever that external side of you. If you see number 3, that's what it's trying to tell you. Your guardian said it's a warning too as well. You're not focusing on yourself to do your inner work. Anything else? That's it for now. Anything else I need to tell her about Mother of Air? Okay, moving on to higher self. There's 2 cards here. Let me move this down here. Higher self, sacral chakra, your sexuality and creativity. Sacral chakra is right above the root chakra here. It's talking about to bring out your innocence, to bring out your inner child. You know, you might heard of inner child because that is the most creative energy to have. Why? You haven't experienced anything in life, just like a little baby coming out of the womb and to first time experiencing this new earth environment. So it's never have any burden, no judgment whatsoever. So this child instantly put the feet on the grassy area to feel what it feels like to step on the grass, to smell the flowers nearby it, to see what it smelled like, and pick a fruit from the tree to take a bite of that. Don't know what it called, but it tastes kind of like that. Doesn't even have a naming. You know, maybe sweet, maybe spicy, maybe bitter. People might say, too bitter, throw that away because they know what bitter tastes like. But this child saying, to them tastes bitter. To me it is what it is. I'm not going to label it as bitter. Nothing good, nothing bad. Do you see how this kind of creative energy is so fast? It's not narrowed to preference, not narrowed to experiences. And this child is not judging any of that. And because it's the first time of experiencing it, later on then it's determined, hey, should I continue this or should I not continue this, and so forth. Before this innocent child making that decision, it needs to understand, hey, it is serving my greatest good or not serving my greatest good. It is going to sink my energy or it's going to continue to sustain or even elevate my energy. I think that this is the right approach to do that, to understand about your energy first, right? Is it sinking you or is it really elevating you? So to make decision, it's based on how is it serving your greatest good. Don't make decision because of, it tastes bad, I don't want it. You know, even a bitter melon has a lot of nutrition, actually quite detoxing for your body. People might not even realize, they just turn away, so bitter, yuck, I don't want it. But it actually is great for your health. You see the whole point that I'm trying to make here. I'm trying to give you an example. You know, don't do it out of preference. Don't do it out of feeling. Do it because, oh, it is serving your greatest good. It is good for your overall well-being. And that's how you should decide, right? So I hope you see the point here. So I'm going to the next one. We are on higher self. Number 3, this fertility. Anything else you say about sacral chakra? Wealth. This is about from what perspective you want to say? Open yourself to the life force of the universe. That's what it's trying to tell you. That's what you need to grow throughout this lifetime, to connect with this universe. It isn't about connecting in wherever you're living. Sure, you have to go about living it, but then another part of you needs to connect to the universe. Everything is energy around you. This entire universe has energy, whether it's a living thing, non-living thing, whether it has consciousness or no consciousness, they all emitting some type of energy. It's not just you emitting it. So there is a law of attraction going on. If you see all those planets in this universe circling around the solar sun, because there is some sort of magnetic field going on, right? That caused this planet to go around it. Do you see all the, I'm just trying to say why there's a law of attraction going on. Energy attracting certain energy. The same type of energy is going to attract the same type of energy. And that's the truth about this nature in this universe. So whatever energy you're emitting, and that's what you're going to attracting, you know. That's why you need to work on releasing your negativity, so you don't have to keep practicing those negative energy to attract more of the same thing. If you want happiness, then yeah, you have to let go of those sadness, right? Fear, insecurity, worry, so forth. So you can have more compassion, you can have more unconditional love. Anything else about this? And that's how you really connect to this universal, you know, life force. There's more to say about higher self? And remember the theme card, I think it want me to remind you, it's about balance. Not to be extreme on either side. But there's something worth mentioning is no negative emotions are permanent. You can release it, you can dissipate it. Once you dissipate it, that means you're no longer practicing this particular negative emotion anymore. Doesn't matter what kind of situation on the outside, you won't get triggered by it anymore. That's how you know, hey, you successfully 100% release that particular negative emotions. So that's why embrace all those triggers that you're having. It's a way of telling you, hey, am I still holding on to it? Do I still need to continue to work on it? And let's move on to success here, throat chakra. It's right at the throat, the apple of your neck. It's whether you're gonna speak up, speak the truth, join healthy boundary. Yeah, it's all like even self-esteem, you know, all coming from this thought. If you're hesitating to speak the truth about something, it doesn't mean you have to, doesn't matter you're talking to someone or talking to yourself, either way, right? Are you speaking the truth? about something? Or are you still hesitating? Or you still try to compromise? Or are you trying to hide something because the image matters more than anything else? Or you still try to protect yourself in a wrong way? When you want to protect yourself withholding information, are you doing it out of fear? Are you doing it out of insecurity? Do you see what I'm saying? Those are coming from negative emotion, causing negative energy, blocking you to speak the truth, blocking you to speak up whenever you're supposed to speak up about something. So you have to work on your communication. What kind of language are you using? Do you understand that those underlying emotions causing you to behave this way? Any more about this fourth chakra? Number 9, spiritual strength. Encouragement is a strength to have. It is a type of inner strength. You have been working on it. It is like an affirmation from a guardian that you've been working on it to build that inner strength by encouraging yourself. Anything else on this? Okay, just an affirmation. Okay, it's good. So keep working on it. Whatever approach that you're doing it is saying, yes, it's good. Stand your ground. Be true to yourself. Be true what you think is the truth, what you think is right for you. So you have to clear any noise try to get to you, try to attack you, try to make you hold on to your inner world, causing all this chaos. So you have to let those go, let go those noise, so you can stay true to yourself. Only you know what is true to you. Nobody can do that. Nobody can tell you that. You don't have to endure anything. Endurance is like a type of burden to you, Morgan. So I hope that you find that burden and release it. That will be another success for you in this regard. Anything else? Community. King of Swords. Something about work, environment, challenge, troubles. You want me to tell you that? Possible layoff. Anything else? This is give up. What is it? Opportunities. to find opportunities. She need to find opportunity, or she will find. There will be opportunities. There will be opportunity for you. That you should embrace them, but you have to figure out why you would choose that particular opportunities. So this is another time for soul lessons as well. Remember, even laying off is another life event that you need to embrace. What kind of emotional trigger are you having that you need to learn to release? But I'm picking up worry, picking up fear on survival mode again. Is not a good energy to have, Morgan. So you need to work on releasing that. Yeah. Remember, there's only one lifetime, right? Might as well cherish every single moment, even though the time to be free. Why not embrace that energy? To be free, to be limitless. Anything else about this card in the community? And this is the 12th house, the last one. Subconsciousness. This subconscious is a house is Pisces. It's one of the most psychic signs, right, among all the 12 houses. And let me see the home of air. Let me go find this. Let it go. Subconscious. It's about your Akashic record. About her past. She need to release. Don't close it. I feel like she's holding on this book and closing it. She's not opening it. I think your guardian is that you need to open your subconscious, bring it through your consciousness so you can work on your past life. Whatever happening in this current lifetime through your life event, I feel like it's reoccurring in some type of situation to emotionally triggering you, and a piece of it connect to your past life. But you have to open your heart and soul to release that. If you don't open that up, it's hard for you to heal. You're not only healing this lifetime, but you also need to heal your past life as well. Because there's some specific story in your past life causing you to continue to practice those specific negative emotions, and you're not realizing that. So the more you connect to your deeper side of you, the better you will have the opportunity to feel it, to really remember, don't use your mind to do that. If you use your mind, you're overthinking it. It's not about thinking, it's about sensing it, right? And then you can use that sensation to understand what is the truth. Something happened to you, then you can utilize your life situation as well in this current lifetime to help you with that, okay? But of course you have another past life story, might not be related to this current lifetime life event, but definitely triggering that same feeling that you have. This particular one is the Emperor. Okay, it's a lady card. Well, I'm seeing a number 4 here. A 34 or 31? No, it's not 4. 31 October 31st. That's like a Halloween day. Why is this like I'm seeing work related? In the kitchen, working. Cup of coffee. This is about subconsciousness. Is there a particular... You see the Pacific message here. Life cycles. Yeah, this is another life cycle that talk about keeping the cycle moving. This particular one from the great God. Keep the cycle moving. Yeah, you already understand 11 and 10, the meaning behind that. But I feel like what's going on? What is this she's doing in the subconscious level to avoid it? Oh, she tried to fix the problem from an external point of view to stop from happening over and over again, because you think they are problems, so you didn't think that you need to embrace the emotional trigger you're having. So therefore you are avoiding your cycles. You know, you're going through all this emotional cycle for life events. You cannot avoid that. You cannot suppress it. You cannot divert it. It's only create more of the same thing for you in the long run by not doing your inner work. So remember, you're not here to fix it. You're not here to fix somebody else's problem. You're not try to compromise anything. Sure, you can draw healthy boundary, but most importantly, that you are doing your emotional release that is not serving your greatest good. Are you aware you're having the emotional trigger for life events? It is trying to tell you not to fix the problem. Don't avoid that. Take the moment to take deep breath, sense what that is, and do the release. Anger, forgiveness, anything else, fear, worry, hurry, hesitation, doubt, low self-esteem, sadness, the missing part. I think that it is a lot in this reading, and you will have to go back and listen to it again. Perhaps you're not here anymore. I know it's quite long, this reading. And you can write them down to help you, okay, Morgan? Anything else? I'm glad to end it here, and may you find light from your spiritual guardians.